got the touch. You got the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be riding the eye of the storm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's me singing. I'm getting that shit. I'm getting it. Hey, welcome back to Brave's Toy Review. I am your host, Brave. As always, this is Supersonico. And today we're taking a look at the MP28 Cybertron Cavalier? Yeah. Cavalier Hotrodimus, who's really Hot Rod. I don't understand why the need is felt to add the Rodimus to the Hot Rod. Why can't it just be good at being a Hot Rod? I don't know. So, yeah. This is the guy. This is the retail release. Not that loose release that was sent out early to everyone that I didn't get. But it was flawed anyway, so I don't care. Right? So check it out. Yeah, Hot Rod. I've been wanting this guy for a long time. I've been bitching and grabbing for a Hot Rod for the longest of times. And am I satisfied? We'll get to that part at the end of this review. Let's take a look at what we got going on here, okay? So, standard packaging. I'm not going to really spend too much time with that. You've seen it all. Supersonico's laying back for the rod. Yeah, cool. There he is next to Ultra Magnus. Awesome ride. Yeah. Now she were back to her starting position. Cool. All right. Comes with this saw blade. Is really big. You can cut some pizza with that. Doing it big time with that. All right. He's got, yeah. He's got this. It's a fishing pole. So, yeah, cool. He can go fishing with Daniel. And then he has his little collector card. Sweet collector card. Nice artwork on there. Yes. Does it articulate that flat chest? Kinda. So there we go with that. And then he comes with his directions. Cool thing about this figure, but not so cool thing about this figure is he's not so hard to transform that you really even need a direction. So that's always a bonus for me because I don't like looking at directions. If I have to look at a direction, then that transformation has some stuff that goes into it. And as I said before, in this case, didn't really have to. All right, so now we look at all of that. Let's look at the... Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. Also comes with these blasters, right? And I like the blasters. I'm not going to lie. I like the blasters. Really nice detail on that blaster. Look at all that detail. Has this little deal where you can flip the handles up and down, right? So this piece right here allows it to peg into the top of the car. Like where the hell was that pegging position? Oh, right here. Oh, no, not right there. No, I was right. I mean, yeah, so you can put it inside of here, which looks really stupid. You can do that deal like that. That looks really dumb, right? Why would you ever do something like that? The engine's folded back. I think that's stupid. But you can also take these pieces here and you can... There we go. I told you. I knew what I was talking about. You didn't think I know what I was talking about. There you go. So now he's got two big-ass guns on the top of his car, and that doesn't make any sense. I like the fact that the pistols are each different. I do like that. I love the sculpt of each pistol. That's pretty cool. So those are all positives about this figure. Nice. Car mode. You know what? When I first got it, I was like, oh, that's some BS, dude. But you know what? The car mode has grown on me a little bit more because it really does capture the Hot Rod car from the movie. It really does capture it. One of my major problems, and it might be that it just came to me mistransformed, is that these wheels ain't touching the ground. Like, they are not. Like, it looks like they are, but they are not touching the ground. Not one wheel touching the ground, except for in the back. Another problem that I have with this, because I want to state the problems, I'm going to state them. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the honesty of the matter. All right. On the bottom, you got some hidden robot syndrome. I can live with that. I'm not really too broken up about that. What I don't like is how cheap those fucking wheels look. Look at that. That looks really cheap. For this, you could have put some rubber wheels on there. I know we're always crying about, give me some rubber wheels, from my man MP, get some rubber wheels. But for this one, it would have been really nice. I guarantee you, Takara, if you're listening to me, of course you're listening to me. I guarantee you, had this alt mode had rubber wheels, it would have gotten a much better reception from the non-Hasbro loyalists. Now, of course, the Hasbro loyalists don't give a damn. Whatever you give them, they're going to take it. It could have had like pink plastic wheels, and they would have enjoyed it just the same. But I am not that type. I like my shit to look right. Okay, so other than that, the vehicle mode, the alt mode looks pretty good. Got a little fire on the hood. Autobot symbol, always a bonus when you're buying authentic licensed figures. You got the nice little translucent plastic here, and then you can see the nice detail under the headlights. I really like that. I do like that. You got a I wish this was darker, because on the inside, you really it doesn't look like a car. I mean, you could use your imagination and just assume that these are like the cockpit areas, seated areas, and that's just like some bullshit you're making up and lying to yourself to make yourself think that it looks like something that it's not. It's not. This should have been darker, so that way you couldn't see through it. That would have been great, but it's not. So cool. Love the yellow here. This is some nice, it's more like a, hey babe, what color would you say this is? Not red. More of like a burgundy or lavender? Not lavender. What would you say that is? Magenta? Yeah, so my wife says it's magenta, so we're going to go with that. Because it's not fucking red, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of an issue for me, because I think that should be red. Like in the... on here it looks more red, but that's not really red. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I'm not really happy with that. That's some nice chrome right here, chrome right there, chrome right there, and those are pretty cool pieces. Nice orange. Yeah, so that's that. Not gonna roll for you though, not gonna roll. Let's get into transformation. Like I said before, the cool thing about this figure is that you don't have to read the directions to know how to transform it. I also want to point out the vents back here. I like that. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it. I just don't like when shit's not done the right way. Bring those legs down for transformation. While those legs are down, let's go ahead and part the heel spur and the foot. Why? Because we can do that. I like cutting corners. You should too. All right. There we go. And while we're at it, the foot is on a hinge, and it has a leaning deal there, also known as an ankle rocker. So yeah, that's cool. Look at that. It's kind of got like a little hot rod gear walk thing going on. I dig that. All right, cool. Take these guys right here. Pop them on down. Pop them on down. Now, while we're at it, let me point something else out. It's really, really, really hollow. Now that's because most of this form is backpack, but I have to point out it's really, really hollow. These bits here are on hinges, and they're also pegged in there. What you're gonna do is fold the arms down. This is what I like to do anyways. Fold those arms down. You'll see a slot right there. You'll see a tab right there. That's how it's held in place. Now with those out of the way, you can take these and fold them up under there on a hinge. See that tab? See that slot? That's how it's held in place. Sweetness. All right. You come here. These portions of the arms are on these hinge deals. I'm not gonna break my shit like that. That's not gonna bode well. That's not gonna bode well. Okay, check this out. You can do this here. You can fold all that forward. Now, I don't know if you remember, there was a scene in the cartoon movie where he was transforming, and this kind of reminds me of that, the way this kind of everything kind of leans forward. Maybe it's just me remembering that. Maybe maybe it's not really something else in the movie. Maybe I just wanted to be something in the movie, but I don't know. I'm gonna say it is. You can fold the head up while you're at it, right? Twist that head around. This is what I do so that when it's in the car mode, it's not the head's not showing from the bottom. I twist the head around so the face is facing the engine cover portion, right? All right, coolie doolie. All right, fold that up. Release those legs. Fold these hinges up. This is on a hinge here. See the side there, double hinge. Nice, a double hinge here, hinge there. Cool. One problem that I find myself having is when I transform it back, that there's a slot there in the tab inside of here. It doesn't really seat well. I'm not sure why, but it won't seat well. So that might be another reason why the car wheels don't touch the ground, because that part is not slotting and tapping as it should. All right, so that closes up. That takes care of the legs. Good to go. We're almost there, homie. All right, and as you can see, he's going to have a mean ab crunch just off the fact of how the transformation goes. You can now rotate these down. You can rotate these down and just hold them out to the side for a second so we get the backpack all in order. Bring this up, untap that portion there. It's on a hinge right there. Cool, and just fold all that there. See, check it out. It's like a motion, just slides right on into place. There are 2 tabs there, 2 slots there. Tab those in right there. Cool, we're in place. We're getting there all day, baby. So there we go. Oh, this engine portion right here. Once the head is straight up like that, bring it on down. There we go. Now that kind of holds that in place. There we go. Now you have a tab right there. You have a slot right there. You're going to just bring all this up. Just going to bring it all up. It's got to kind of work it into place just a little bit, right? Let's see if you can see it there. Yeah. Ah, crap. There we go. Going off camera. Okay, so we're all tabbed. And that tab is just kind of a biatch to get it in there right. So it's easier to take it off camera and do it. Okay, so with those accomplished, take the side pieces, just kind of flip them in, right? They're now in place. On the side there, these pieces here, take the shoulder, rotate it on around. Just like that, and then rotate the forearm right there, just like that. You got 2 tabs here, you got 2 slots there. You can now tab those in. All right, fold these bits back here like that. Take the spoiler and just swing it up. And there we go. We're in full hot rod motion, and we are flat chested than the son of a bitch. And that's your hot rod. Before we go any further with the hands, which will be the last step in transforming this guy, I'm going to show you the little attachment deal here. So you have the that thing right there, yeah, and it just attaches on right there to that peg. That's where the hand would be. And okay, so for the hand, you just flip that out and rotate that out. And now he's all handy. Yeah, okay, all of his digits are on one single pin. Good job. Doing all that heavy breathing. Sorry, I had to go take my dogs and lock them up downstairs because they're irritating. All right, there we go. So, hands are out. This is Hot Rod. He's looking pretty, shall we say, slim. Slender. He's a slender kind of guy. He's a slender, tapered, skinny jeans type of guy is what he is. All right, so no chest. None. Nothing's going to stand on that chest. Not tonight. Nothing's going to stand on that chest. Not tonight. Nothing's going to stand on that chest. Not tonight. Stop. All right, cool. So, yeah. No chest. Plenty of backpack. Just kind of weird, kind of awkward, but okay. Few little deals here. You can flip this portion up, and there are his goggles. You kind of just flip them out there. All right. And now he's got his hot rod goggles. Daniel. All right, there you go. And that's a pretty cool little gimmick, right? I can dig that. All right, for the weapons, fold those down. You got everybody's going to these tabs. What did I tell you? Everybody's going to these tabs, man. All right, so you open it up. You got a slot inside of here. They're awkward, but they work. So it's just kind of, to me, it's still going to be kind of irritating getting them in. But once you get them in, they're tabbed in really nice, so they're not going freaking anywhere. Shooting. My guns are tabbed in. Awesome, sweet, great, yes. Here's the little stupid fishing reel gimmick thing. All right, there you go. So he can either shoot you or he can whip you with his fishing pole, which is just dumb. All right. Other gun goes in. There we go. That's him. All right. Now, there he is. Let's just do some stuff with him. There he goes. All right. So yeah, that's Hot Rod. Yeah. I've been wanting a Hot Rod for a long time, and this Hot Rod is not the Hot Rod that I wanted. I know that Takara doesn't work for me. I mean, they work for my dollars, but they don't work for me. Long gone are the days of Wheeljack, you know, and so what we're left over with is that, and it's not overly terrible. It's not like garbage. He's not a bad figure. And as a matter of fact, it's kind of grown on me. It's just that it's not the Hot Rod that I know is going to stand in my collection in my Transformer display for the rest of time. What I'm going to end up doing is moving him to my Hotrodimus display, which is probably where he would fit better. I don't know. The legs are too skinny. This whole flap thing is a problem. I can't stand. I didn't like on the original. I don't like it on this. And that weird no chest, just anti-chest deal. What is up with that? Wheeljack, turn to the side, please. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Just what is up with that? Like he took a hit in the chest. Somebody punched the fuck out of him in his chest. He can't breathe and knocked the air out of him. It's not a bird chest. It's just a flat chest. It's a flat fucking. It's an asphalt. He's got asphalt chest. Is what he's got. Asphalt chest. And I just can't get behind that. I'm sorry. For the price point, still losing because I don't think it's a $70 figure. Especially if you got it from like BBTS and it's a $70 plus shipping figure. Now, if you got it from Haney at Agabus like I did, shout out to Haney. What's up, Haney at Agabus? Hey, check out agabus.com. They got some good shit. They got some good deals. There's some great guys. I love those guys, man. They're cool. Then he has a better deal with you. He has a better deal as far as shipping and prices go for the actual figure. Like I paid $70 for this ship. That was pretty cool. $7 plus shipping is too much. I'll be honest with you. $70 for this is too much. He's more of I would say he's more of a $50 figure and really not even that. And now this brings up an interesting point. Where the fuck is Takara going with this, man? This is not a masterpiece. It looks good, don't get me wrong. It grows on you, don't get me wrong. It's really growing on me. I'm really liking him the more and more I mess around with him. But it's not like when I got it's not like when I got this guy, which I had many issues with this guy as well. But at the end of the day, I can say that this does at least feel like a masterpiece. It's not like completely visually fulfilling because of certain things that I've gone through. You can see the review if you want to know what I was saying. But it feels like a masterpiece. That doesn't feel like it belongs on the stand with these guys. Like it kind of looks like it does. It looks like it does, but it doesn't feel like it does. And because of that, it doesn't look like it does. Does that make any sense? Am I just babbling? Am I rambling? I don't know. There is a point to what I'm saying. This shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what Fans Toys does. And I'm pretty sure that Fans Toys will end up being the hot rod for my collection. This will be a stand-in. And I've asked it before. I'll ask it again. When did we reach the point where Takara was the stand-in for Masterpiece? That's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. Before we get out of here, you got some great articulation, though. I give him that. You got a great range of motion there. You got a double bicep there. That's cool. Plus a swivel at the wrist there. I love the chrome. I'm not feeling the colors because it should be red. I'm not sure why. It's this burgundy looking thing. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I have a problem. You know what? I'm going to add this before I say anything further. If they would have fixed this, if you would have just fixed this in the way that this is, or maybe even that, I would have been a little more satisfied with the figure. But the whole fucking drawers flap thing comes up just to put one leg up. I don't like that. One leg up, one leg up, one leg up. All right, you got pretty good range of motion in the legs, though, speaking of which. You got a thigh swivel in the way that you will find in a 6-inch figure, so that's pretty cool. Double knee articulation. There are some great points with this figure, don't get me wrong. And then, of course, you have the rocker. The head is on a swivel and a hinge. And I kind of dig the way they did that. I mean, he's got like a totally open neck there, but I kind of dig the way they did it. The overall aesthetic of the figure, it's just not fulfilling. So I'm going to say this to you. I'm not talking to the Hasbro loyalists because the Hasbro loyalists, and there's nothing wrong with being a Hasbro loyalist. If that's what you are, fine. They're going to get this no matter what. They're going to like this no matter what. They're going to say, why is everybody bitching? Why is everybody griping? The same way you said it with that. The reason, I'm just for you, the reason why everybody's bitching and griping is because they know we're getting this when we could actually be getting that. That is the problem. It's not the best. It's not all that it could be. And I think when you're spending your money on something, you should expect something in return. And I've said it before. I've griped about it before. I'll continue to gripe about it. If you're going to spend your money on something, you should expect something in return. I think you guys who just kind of carry the water for it. I think you make it okay for us to keep getting less than stellar figures. These are collector grade figures, so I think it should be held at a higher standard. So, having said that, I like the figure. You play with it for a few days, it will grow on you, but it's not the end all be all. Let's see what Fans Toys has, and I think that it's sad that when Takara created the Masterpiece line, Hasbro licenses the Masterpiece line. I think it's kind of messed up that Hasbro Masterpieces are now placeholders for third-party Masterpiece figures. So hey, that's all I got to say on the matter. Decent figure. I'm enjoying it. He'll be here. He'll be in my collection for a little while, and then when Fans Toys comes around, I'll move him over to my in my Hotrodimus display, because I am a Hot Rod fan. Something I want to point out that I had not taken notice to, and I was kind of upset about when I was seeing all the pictures. He's a little bit bigger than the cars, but he's a little bit smaller than Ironhide. So he actually works. His scale works. I don't think he needs to be any bigger. I think that scale is just perfect. And just to be sure, there he is with MP10. So that actually works pretty good. I don't think that scale needs to be. I don't think it needs to be any larger than he already is. I think that works out just fine. So yeah, let's look for a MP Hot Rod that's just anatomically correct. Let's just hope for a Hot Rod that has the correct physical build, meaning that his chest isn't so flat and his legs aren't so slender. And if we can get that, hey, Brave will be happy. Brave is happy with this. Brave is not satisfied. So it is what it is. Hey, until next time. Oh wait. Oh crap. I'm finna get out of here. I need to show you the best part. Well, I guess not the best part, but one of the main parts. So you can open his little hood, and it's on a double hinge there with a soft ratchet there and there. Some nice detail here. Just it could have used some paint to bring it out. You can open that up and put in the Matrix from MP10. That's cool. There are I wonder if I think the MP09 Matrix will fit in there as well, but you can't put in the MP10 Matrix. Now, it doesn't really make sense because this is Hot Rod. There's been some conversation, hey, it's not really closing with that Matrix in there. That kind of sucks. It's not really closing. Look at that. Letting me down again, Hot Rod. Letting me down again. There has been some conversation about whether Hot Rod ever actually held the Matrix before being Rodimus or after being Rodimus. Yeah, sure. Go watch the cartoon and find out. Until next time, I am Brave, and this is a bunch of MPs. That's MP Hot Rod. That's Supersonico in the back. That's MP10. That's MP Ironhide. And we are out of here. We're doing it out of here.